Hey guys, I'm Fog here and welcome to FIFA 21 Road to the Final Day 1. It is 6 PM on Friday, November 6th, and EA kick off the road to the final in the SBC section with a Mason Mount SBC with 2 segments, which is very exciting. The road to the final promo, I absolutely love. It's one of my favorite promos in the whole year. I'd say the only promo that actually beats it is the very start of the game and Team of the Year. Team of the Season's kind of cool, but drags on a little bit too long in my personal opinion. Road to the final, I absolutely love, and we've been given this Mason Mount SBC, and I'll try to do lots of reviews for the Road to the Final cards that you can buy off the market. Whether I will do this SBC particularly, I don't know. I mean, I'll have to see how Chelsea are doing in the Europa, not in the Europa League, in their Champions League group. They will go through. They might have to go down into the Europa League, but this card will go through to at least some of the European competition, whether it be Champions League or the Europa League. I don't think we've been given any other SBCs. Of course, got the Orizabal Player of the Month card earlier on today. Have we been given any pack SBCs as well? We actually haven't, which is interesting. I mean, you have the UEFA marquee matchups and various other SBCs that came along earlier on in the week. But Mason Mount in the UCL Road to the Final Mason Mount card. I actually like Mason Mount. I think he's a very underrated player. I do like him quite a bit. So he requires an 83 rated squad with 1 in form and an 85 rated squad with relatively low chemistry. The packs back in return are nothing special at all. That's not too bad. I mean, you think if Chelsea finish in the top 2 positions, this card goes to an 85 rated. If Chelsea win the last 16 and go to the quarters, he'll go up to an 86 rated. So the good thing is, if they do go through to the last 16, he's not just getting a 1 upgrade to an 84. He's getting that 2+ upgrade, which is fantastic. And the stats already don't look too bad. I mean, his traits, they were a bit useless. 3-star skills, 4-star weak foot. That's pretty cool. Certainly in the weak foot department. In terms of his in-game stats, he's fine. He's nothing insane, but you do have to kind of think long term with a lot of these Road to the Final cards that they can become so good if their club has a great performance. The thing I also love about Road to the Final is it's not just based around the player, it's based around the team. So it's not like Mason Mount has to perform very well. Mason Mount doesn't even have to start the games for Chelsea. As long as Chelsea progress, this card gets upgraded, which is good, and that's why the Want to Watch promo isn't quite as good, because then you depend more on the particular player rather than the team performance in general. So that's why I like Road to the Final a bit more. The upgrades are more easier to come by, but then therefore the player prices and the SBCs of these cards are a lot more. Remember for Want to Watch and how cheap the player prices were for like all the Want to Watch SBCs? Boom, Mason Mount comes in. And because he's not player-based, it's around team-based to get the upgrades. These SBCs will be more expensive, but I understand that, and so should you guys as well. So he looks great. Oh, well, he looks okay, but you do have to think long-term, and you think that if he does get those upgrades, what a player he's going to be. So in regards to how they're doing in their group, guys, they're not doing too bad at the moment, actually. I've got all the groups up here right now. Liverpool top of theirs as well. Need I say more? We're going to go with the UCL this season, which would be fantastic. Now, Chelsea are top of their group, level on points with Sevilla, and then Krasnodar and Rennes are both on points. Chelsea are going through. That card is going to an 85 rated, they'll go through. Now, if Chelsea was to finish 3rd, I don't think he'd get any upgrades, but he'd still have a chance of getting upgrades throughout progression in the Europa League. I think so. But that's a pretty cool card. But anyway, just before we go any further, I want to have a look at if there's any objectives. So that SBC, am I saying it's value for money? If you've got a Premier League team, if you're a Chelsea fan, then yes, I do see value for money in doing him, because he will get upgraded and he will go to an 85 rated minimum. The UCL group stage ends around about mid-December or early December, which is obviously good. And we've been given a Kunde objective card. Oh, he looks good. And I might have to go for him because I've got Thiago Silva on my team, but I can fit this guy in. And Sevilla are in the same group as Chelsea. And of course, as I said before, both Chelsea and Sevilla are 6 points clear of both Krasnodar and Rennes. I'm going to get that card. That looks fantastic. He looks really cool. 80 pace, 84 defending. Him and Carlos Alberto. Oh, we're looking good. We're looking pretty good. That's a pretty nice kit. Now, in terms of the team that we've been given in general, let's have a quick look and see what we've been given. I saw a Salah and a Rashford and an Antoine Griezmann. Oh, my days. Anyone that I want to buy? Perisic, Oblak's a little bit dead. Zachariah, Davies, Tyson looks cool. Klosterman, Muriel, Sanson. you know what, the one card that one out of all of those to actually use in game, I mean, obviously I'd want Mohamed Salah, ideally, or Marcus Rashford, but the one that I'd realistically buy would be our black, just because he's going to be cheap, and I know he'll fit in on good chemistry. But even so, that's still pretty insane. I'm going to try and maybe buy a couple of those cards and give you guys reviews on them. But yes, that makes him an SBC. I do like it. I do see good value for money in him. Not so much maybe right now. Is he good value for money right at this current second for the card that you're getting? He's not bad value for money, but he's not insane at the same time. What you have to think with these road to the final cards, that you might have to pay a lot of money for their SBCs, you might have to pay a lot of money to buy them off the market, but for teams that are doing well in the UCL, like Liverpool, like Chelsea, Sevilla, it's worth going for them, because the chances are they're going to go through. I mean, Liverpool are pretty much guaranteed, so if you can get your hands on Mohamed Salah, happy days there. Same with Davies of Bayern Munich. If you can try and get those cards, even if you have to pay a little bit pricey for them, it's just going to be so good to be able to get them. And I see the same there in Mason Mount, that I think in particular, got a Premier League team, I see value for money in going for him personally, because he will get upgrades. Minimum getting to the last 16. And who knows, Chelsea got a decent team. They could very well go on, maybe even further from that. But anyway, guys, hopefully you have enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys later.